Nico Rosberg, hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the IWC Talks. You've been with the brand for quite a while, I believe, and you have a very special watch on today. Do you want to just tell us about that?
Yeah, it is a very special watch for me because I've always been a fan of IWC, and so my dad gave me an IWC watch for my 21st birthday, and it's this one right here, which I still have, of course, and there's an engraving, I don't know where the camera is, where I can show it, and there's an engraving on the back, which shows the date and from dad and things like that.
Oh, nice dad.
And so it's special for me that now I've become ambassador, actually, of IWC, you know, and it's gone full circle, and I'm very proud of that.
That's great. That's really great. Okay, thanks, Dad, for the watch, and you have to keep that forever. Very precious. So you're obviously your career is based on time, probably more than anybody's in the work that you do. When you're off the track, how do you manage your own time when you're in your own life? Are you quite good? Are you quite regimented, or does everything go out of the window? That is a bit of a difficulty because during the season everything is planned, you know, to the minute. Even like on a day like this, I know exactly every minute where I'm going to be. Do you find that reassuring or frightening? It's easy. Easier. But not so nice at times. Yeah. So then going into the winter, it's great because there's absolutely no schedule whatsoever. I'm completely free, which is a nice feeling, but it's difficult as well because all of a sudden I have to, you know, make my own schedule and it's very easy to then just drift and be useless, you know, and so that is a challenge in itself, to really then, you know, get up, really get the training done early in the morning, so then I can spend time with the family, and all these things. And when it's time for, when you're on the track, obviously your time is incredibly important. Every second, every millisecond counts. Are you, have you found in your life now that you're much more used to that pressure and that pace, or is it still as adrenaline fueled as ever in the way that you drive and what you have to do? It's always the same, you know, it's such a competitive battle, this race driving, you know, to want to be better than all the others and win the races and everything. It's just as exciting as always, and as just as adrenaline filled as always as well. And how do you focus? I'm sure everyone's asked this 1,000 times, but before you get in that car, what's your routine, or you have a little rhythm, ritual that's going on? How do you actually get into that focus, put the outside world away? Probably just in the same way as you have prepared for this interview. So you really make sure you're in the moment, you're present, dialed into the situation, which in this case is asking me the right questions, which might be interesting to someone watching. And I have to dial into my car and to the track that I'm going to tackle, and to the situation, which, for example, could be qualifying. So I need to put my mind to this, you know, one lap, all out, take the risks, but manage them so you don't make mistakes. And put in that spectacular time. So it's really just being present in the situation. Okay, and then after that situation, how do you get back to the normal world? How do you decompress? It takes a bit of time. The adrenaline does keep on going afterwards, like especially on a Sunday night after a race. I'll still be loaded with adrenaline by the time I get home. So very often I can't go to sleep, and I'll be up a little bit into the night. But then by the time the next day comes, it's all back to normal. And going back to the very beginning, before all of this began, before you joined Mercedes, before you did everything, what's your earliest memory of the enjoyment of speed, the enjoyment of moving? The earliest memory, I think it must be, first of all, driving in a car with my dad is a bit of a nutcase sometimes. Right, yeah. That was always fun. Yeah, I bet. Was he as fast with you as he was on the track, or he kind of toned it down? Well, in fact, how's your driving? How's your driving on your own when you're driving the family around? Are you quite slow? Well, family, I would go very safe, because for sure that is the most important thing, to just be safe. You know, I'm so slow. Yeah. And then when I'm on my own, I don't exaggerate either, because I have the racetrack to go crazy on. So on the normal roads, what I like to do on normal roads is take out my old timer. I have a 280 SL Pagoda Mercedes from 1970. Nice. Take that out, roof down, and just cruise. You know. And okay, even not only just cruise, even push it a little bit, but pushing an old car means driving 80 kilometers an hour or something, and it already feels like you're pushing it because it's all over the place and you feel the gears and the engine sound and everything, so you don't have to go that fast, and that's a big enjoyment for me. And I was going to ask you, what are your favorite tracks, your favorite Formula 1 race tracks, but also what are your favorite tracks away from Formula One, like driving up California, the PCH or anything like that? What have been some of the best places to drive?
I'm very fortunate to live in the south of France. It's just awesome there. Going from Monaco, you know, along the coast, then up into the hills, there's some the big canyons, then into the Provence. It's beautiful scenery. And
Formula One tracks, which are your favourite?
The best is home, Monaco.
Okay.
It's just spectacular. The whole event, you know, it's really historic, and the atmosphere is just great, and it's at home for me, so it's very special. And
when you're preparing for a race, who's your greatest teacher before and when you're there on the track? Who are you most listening to? Who's giving you the guidance?
There's no teacher as such. You know, it's a lot down to. Of course, I try and use the help that from time to time from the people that are surrounding me. And there are a lot of people because the whole team is there, you know, and everything, and everybody has his competence. And it's a team effort in the end. You can't do anything on your own in this sport because you need the car to be absolutely perfect to be able to deliver. So yeah, so that's important to learn to unite everything and use the help from everybody around you.
And what do your family teach you?
My family, they teach me automatically to make everything relative, right. Because racing success is not important when you compare it to family and love and you know, being together. And we have a baby daughter now. She's 4.5 months.
Congratulations.
And so it's a very, very enjoyable time.
And do you think that's changed your attitude towards the speed and the focus? Has it made you even faster, wanting to do well, or has it slowed you down a little bit?
So that contradicts a little bit my previous answer, but anyways, I'll just contradict. Everybody has said, yeah, it changes this and that, but for me, it really hasn't changed much, except for giving me more pleasure at home. That's it, just the job, traveling, everything is, and it's a little bit more difficult leaving home. Yeah. That's the only thing that's changed.
Yeah. Okay, and looking back, just tell us a couple of the real highlights of your career, on the track, off the track. What's been some of the best moments?
Best moments have been winning races and championships. You know, there's so much emotion in that. It's always very special, and in so many different ways. And some highlights that I remember are winning the Formula-2 championship, which is called GP2, and because that's the doorstep into F1, and if you win that, you know you're going to get to F1, and F1 was my big dream, so that was massive. Then winning my home race in Monaco felt like winning the World Championship to me in 2013. I was there. The first of 3 in a row, which has been incredible. That was a great moment. Also because all my friends are there, you know, and just sharing it with them afterwards. Such good fun. It's just insane. Yeah. Very lucky to be able to do that. And then after that, I mean, those are a couple of good examples.
Nico Rosberg, driving is?
An awesome challenge.
I would never go out without?
My phone.
Life is all about?
Sharing it with friends and family.
My advice to young drivers is?
Keep pushing.
I would most like to meet?
Muhammad Ali.
I want to spend the most possible time with?
My wife and my daughter.
If I could turn back time, I would?
Not want to turn back time.
I can always spare 10 minutes for?
My wife and my daughter.
When I'm not driving, I'm?
At home training.
And the most inspirational thing anyone has ever said to me is?
Thanks for your awesome driving. The bonus that we got as a result of your success has allowed me to get engaged and get married next year.
Great. Thank you very much.